Mark, just start first of all by reflecting on the defeat to Wakefield. It obviously ends a fantastic run that you've been on.
Yeah, listen, we knew it was going to be a tough game. I think the key word is proud, but also disappointed. Obviously, the effort were there, the defensive effort, apart from that first 10-15 minutes. But I don't think both teams played particularly well ball in hand. You know, you could say it's down to conditions, but I think we just probably went away from a script a little bit too much. I don't think, you know, for the field position that we managed to earn, we fully capitalised on that. But, you know, take away that first 15 minutes where I think we showed Wakefield just slightly too much respect. I thought we defended really hard and gritty, and hopefully it'll serve a good learning curve for us going into these final two games.
And they say you often learn more about your side from a defeat as well. What did you learn about your side?
I think, especially for some of that younger end, it should fill them sort of self-belief that they can compete with, you know, the league leaders. You know, there's only one way you go through them sort of learning curves, and that's through some tough losses. And listen, Wakefield are a quality team. They've got some quality players. I thought, you know, we really took it to them defensively, and you've got to give them credit for how they weathered that and you know, capitalised on their opportunities when they got them. But for our team, especially as younger end, I think it served a valuable experience for them to understand that they are good enough players to be competing at the right end of the table.
You spoke on the weekend about it maybe being the occasion, then playing the occasion rather than the game itself. Is there a way that you overcome that going forward, or was it only by those experiences and those learnings? I
think just go through that experience. It's all right, you know, us oldies telling them, saying, you know, just get on with your game basically and ignore all the outside noise or, you know, all the expectation or anything like that. It's just a case of just going through them times and realising, oh yeah, it is exactly what we're being said. So they'll be better for it. We'll be better for it as a team. You know, Wakefield, as I say, they'll be favourites. You know, to be winning that playoff series. So it were a good hit out for us, and you know, we'll want to put a few of them lessons into practice come Friday against Sheffield.
You did get in some good field position as well, but maybe just the finishing let you down. Is that one thing that you're going to be working on this week on the training ground, your clinical finishing as well?
Yeah, I just thought we probably went away from what had been working for us. Thought we had to do something different. But yeah, we'd do that every week. I've got full faith in this group. You know, we've got some very dangerous attacking players. You know, Atta, Nikau, I thought they've been excellent all year, and I thought there wasn't a million miles off, if I'm honest with you, on Sunday. If anything, I just thought we were trying too hard. You know, they were trying too hard to make something happen. So it's just a case of making sure they feel nice and relaxed. And let's not forget it's a game, so you want them enjoying themselves too. And you know, Atta and Nikau and other players like that, they play the best rugby when they've got a smile on their face. So it's just a case of making sure we learn those lessons and you know, put them into practice on Friday.
It's been a fantastic turnaround since you've joined the club over the summer as well. Was it good for you personally as well to test this group against, you know, the best in the league and see where you come up at this point in time as well?
I won't necessarily say me. I think as a team it's important. You want to be in them games. You know, we've got our own aspirations about where we want to go, so it were a great test for us in that sense. But I won't say me personally and my own, well, I suppose ego, if you want to call it that. It's all about the team and where we want to go as a team. You know, my job's obviously to steer the ship as such. But yeah, it's all about that collective buy-in, and that's one thing that I think we've got in abundance is we've got a real solid group that will always put the team first over the self.
It leaves you 6th place in the championship table. 2 games left to go in the race for the playoffs. Have you allowed yourself to look at the table yet?
Yeah, we're aware of it. I mean, it's a pretty simple formula, isn't it? That if you win your next 2 games, you're in it. And it goes back to, you know, I think you might have just had me on record on this, but 1 week at a time. You know, Sheffield's going to be a tough game on Friday. You know, they're obviously playing themselves back into form. A good win against Featherstone on Sunday that's just gone. I think Anthony Thacker is back for them too, which is a massive boost for them. You know, he's a a key player for them. They've got some strike throughout the field. So yeah, we're expecting another tough game, but at the same time, it's a game we're excited about. You know, we want to be involved in these sort of games. You know, with that pressure and expectation of what you've just said. So yeah, can't roll on soon enough, really, can it?
Yeah. It was a physical encounter against Wakefield as well. How have the team kind of come through that as well? Have you got any concerns?
No, they seem all right. You know, we've got a few bodies back. You know, we've got Jesse D back in the squad. Liam Harris is back. Akuma Tai is back. And Sam Cook. So you've got 4 pretty good boosts there coming back in. James Cunningham's obviously in that squad as well. You know, we just rested him last week with a bit of an hamstring niggle. So yeah, it was physical. It's same for both teams. Same for Sheffield. They played Sunday in a pretty physical game. So yeah, it is what it is. You just crack on, don't you?
AJ Taus dropped out last week due to the HIA protocols as well. Is the weekend too soon, or is he coming back in and progressing well through that protocol?
He's progressing very well, but yeah, because it's a Friday night game, it's just come a little bit too soon for him. But you know, touch wood, AJ's you know, absolutely flying through his protocol. But it's really important that, you know, as I suppose as a coach, you let the medical team do what they need to do, and I think I'm right in saying as long as there's no hiccups along the way, it should be back for the Featherstone game.
Yeah. That obviously meant that Tom Lynham could come back into the matchday squad as well, and by all accounts looked dangerous despite not maybe converting some of the good opportunities that he had.
Yeah, I don't think it was just Tom. As I said, I thought as a collective we were wasteful with some of the opportunities that we did get. I thought Tom did exactly what you're going to get off him. Came up with some good defensive reads, made a lot of meters for us, you know, a few good late offloads, and yeah, I think in his whole, I thought his whole good ball attack were just not where it's probably been over the last few weeks. But you've also got to give credit to opposition on that. You know, we came up against a defence that had probably been a bit tougher than others, and I think it spooked us a little bit. So hopefully it's you know, a good learning curve on that sense for us.
You mentioned the likes of Sam Cook and Liam Harris coming back into the squad as well. How much of a boost is that, especially here at the tail end of the season, maybe the start of the year? You know, the Knights had some injury issues really, but it seems like everyone's sort of maybe coming back, touchwood, to fitness at the right time really.
Yeah, I can only speak obviously since I've been involved, and yeah, losing players like Liam and the players you've said, you know, have been massive for us, but I've also been really proud of how the squad's adapted and gone to that next man up mentality, and that's what you want. But listen, getting guys like Jesse D back, you know, and Akuma as well, who are massive voices behind the scenes, you know, it gives you that leadership and also that experience in big games. But it also creates competition for places, which again drives that standard up in training, doesn't it? Because everyone wants to get them shirts.
You mentioned Friday night and Sheffield Eagles. It's a big game, 4th against 6th, isn't it?
Yeah. I think Sheffield need one more win to mathematically secure their spot, so they'll be desperate to seal that. Obviously on Friday, we need probably 2 wins to seal our spot, so we're desperate to do that ourselves. So you know, it's got all makings of a good game, hasn't it?
Yeah. What have you made to Sheffield? Obviously, having that you know, the streak that they'd been on and getting that bounce back win on last weekend, that's going to give them momentum and full of confidence as well.
Oh, listen, I know a lot of their players, and I know how dangerous they can be. You I think you can fall into a false sense of security if you go too far back and look like they've obviously gone through a bit of a period that they're not happy with, but we're fully expecting, you know, Sheffield's best version come Friday. So we're focusing on ourselves. We're aware of where Sheffield's threats are. End of the day, they've already got a few victories over us this year, so we know exactly where you know, they're dangerous and what to expect. So we're just going to make sure that our own standards are where they need to be as well.
I guess the big difference for this game going forward is it being a night game as well. Not, maybe a bit more of a Super League feel about things playing on the Friday night as opposed to, you know, sort of 3 o'clock on a Sunday as well. Yeah. Does that change either the approach, or does that, you know, add a bit of extra something special being a night game?
No, I think you just become numb to them, don't you? You play whatever gets put in front of you. We train on an evening, especially with these darker evenings coming in now. It doesn't really affect you with, you know, the floodlights and all that sort of jazz. But I enjoy all games, you know, whether it's a Sunday 3 p.m, Friday, Saturday Thursday night, whatever it is, you know, it's a game of rugby league. And the main thing is two teams going at each other. You know, we're at a stage of a year where the games carry purpose and meaning for, well, they all do, but that extra bit, should I say. And, you know, hopefully it'll be a good game for the neutral and, you know, an exciting game to be part of.
And obviously it's being played on a 4G pitch as well at the Olympic Legacy Park as well. I know that you train on a 4G pitch as well, but does that mean that hopefully you might get a, you know, free-flowing, exciting, attacking brand of rugby, or does it change anything from that point of view?
Well, yeah, I thought that against Widnes as well, and you know, that were a real tough, gritty game, wasn't it? So, yeah, listen, a 4G field does allow for things such as the weather not to be as a bigger influence, can we say? But it depends. If the weather's how it is currently through the week and there's not a lot of wind, rain, etc., obviously it lends itself to a, you know, a more free-flowing game. But if there's one thing that we all know from growing up in Yorkshire is there's no point looking too far ahead because you don't believe them weather forecasts. So we'll see what the day brings. You know, hopefully we'll focus on putting our best foot forward. I know Sheffield will, as I said, they've got some real silky play about them. So it's got all the makings of a game, as you said. But end of the day, it's going to be both teams' defence that win them the game, isn't it?